everybody, I, Bhumika Vachyan, welcome you all to learn English with Saraswati Group of Education. In today's session, we are going to talk about a very tiny insect whose name is ant. Yes, as you can see, ant. It is going somewhere. Where? It is going towards the sugar cubes. Okay? As you know that ants are very hard-working insects. Okay? And I suppose you have already learned a lesson on ants in Gujarati too. Yes? That is Khantili Kidi. Yes. The same thing with the same feeling we are going to start this chapter also. Actually it is a poem. So this poem we are going to let us learn, and first before that when we start the poem we always know that we have to do the vocabulary word so that it is easy for us to understand the poem. Right? So first let us study all the vocabulary words which are presented over here. Please focus and try to learn the words.
Let us learn about the new words which we are going to come across in the poem The Ants. Let us see which is the first word. Okay, here is a group of words, a phrase, okay, group of words which makes some sense is known as a phrase. So the first phrase here is shift for yourself. Okay, and the meaning of shift for yourself is do it yourself. Now these words are known to us. We have many a times heard these words, do it yourself, right? Now nowadays it is related to some projects also which we can do it on our own. Okay, that is known as do it yourself, which we can, something which we can perform on our own, do on our own. So that phrase means something which we can do it ourselves. If we want to use the phrase in an example, then we can use it like the ants have the habit of shifting for themselves. That means the ants, they do not depend on somebody else. They have the habit of working on their own. Okay, doing the things on their own. Okay. Let us see which is the next word. The next word is cross. Cross. Now cross here is not meaning that somebody is crossing the road or going on the other side of the road. No. Here cross means annoyed. Okay, getting too much annoyed or angry. That is cross. You can see from the picture, if you want to use the word cross in an example, then you can use it like the girl was cross due to the burden of work. That means there was so much of work the girl was getting, so due to that the girl was annoyed. The girl was getting angry. Okay? So here cross means annoyed. Okay? Let us see the next word. The next word is endeavor. Endeavor. Endeavor means try. Okay? Try. If you want to use the word endeavor in a sentence, then you can use it like the old man endeavored to climb the mountain. That means the old man tried to climb the mountain. Here you can see that the old man is trying to do the trekking or trying to climb the mountain. Okay? Let us see which is the next word. The next word here is profit. Profit. Profit means to learn from or to benefit from. That means we get advantage from something, that is known as profit. Okay? If we want to use the word profit in an example, then we can use it like, we have benefited greatly by the usage of technology. Okay? That means we have got the advantage of technology. When it was lockdown period and when our schools are not open yet, at that time also the technology is benefiting us, right? We are getting the benefit from the technology. We are getting to learn online. You can see the videos, you can learn. So that is benefiting from the usage of technology, that is getting advantage. Okay? So these were the words which we had to learn from the poem The Ants, which were little bit new to us. So learn them again, watch them again, and then we can go towards the explanation part. Okay? Read the words again. And these words you can write in your classwork notebook as vocabulary one time. Okay? Write the new word along with its meaning in your classwork book one time. Okay? Please do not forget that.
Okay, after the words, let us see what is there in the poem. Okay, as we know from the title itself, the title says the ants. So there is something which we are going to study about ants, right? Now what the ants are going to do in this poem? Let us see what the poetess or poet. Here it is, Jane Taylor. That means the poet who has written this. What does the poet think about these tiny insects? And what is so specific thing? Okay, what is so significant thing which the poet wants to bring to our notice through this book? Let us read and find out. Okay, let us go to page number 40. Please take out your English textbook, okay, and go to page number 40. A little black ant found a large grain of wheat, too heavy to lift or to roll. Now, a little grain of wheat. Have you seen wheat? How small the grain of wheat is. But ants are smaller than that also. And when ant has found that grain of wheat as food, the ants, you know that ants always keep on collecting food, right? They always carry the weight on their back and they keep on going. They keep on collecting the food. So here, one ant finds a grain of wheat, but it is very heavy for the ant to lift the grain of wheat. It is very heavy to lift and it is very heavy to even roll the grain of wheat. A single ant cannot do that. So the ant is thinking, it's wondering that what can I do? So he begged of a neighbor he happened to meet. Now here, that small ant who has found the grain of wheat, that ant has seen one neighbor, another ant. That means, okay, so that ant goes to that neighbor and begged. That means requested. Can you help me please to lift that grain of wheat? To help it down inside his bowl. That means help it down means to bring that grain of wheat and make it reach to the ants' hole where they live, where they collect food. Confused? Not at all. Okay. One ant has found one grain of wheat. It is very heavy for that single ant to lift that grain of wheat. So that ant ant found another neighbor. That means another ant is also working somewhere in the neighborhood. So that ant goes to that ant and finds that and requests that, can you please help me to lift this grain of wheat and make it reach to our place where we collect food? Now let us see what that neighboring ant tells this ant. I've got my own work to look after, said he. Now this neighbor is little bit rude, I suppose. He tells that, oh, go to your own work. I have my own work to complete. Okay, so I will not be able to help you. You may go. Please go. Do your work. You must shift for yourself, if you please. That neighbor ant already told this ant that you can lift it yourself. You can manage to carry that grain of wheat yourself to your goal, to your place. Because I have so much of work, I will not be able to help you. So please do it yourself. Okay? So he crawled off as selfish and cross as could be. Now here, the neighboring ant started walking around. Okay? That you do your work and let me do my work. And that ant was talking very angrily, very rudely that, come on, do your work. Please go away from here. Very rudely he said. Now again this little ant again confused that how can I carry this grain of wheat to my place? It is important to collect food, right? They keep on collecting food. So it is important for them to keep on working and lay down to sleep at his ease. Now that neighboring ant, if we see here, then that ant was not having anything to work. But it was his relaxing time. So he went and relaxed. He went to sleep. But here, one thing makes me wonder, does an ant go to sleep? Let us find out afterwards. Just then, a black brother was passing the road. Now, who is this black brother? This black brother was passing the road. That means this ant is struggling over here to carry the grain of wheat. It's wondering, it's looking at the grain of wheat that how can I alone carry this grain of wheat to my goal for the collection of food. So one other black brother passes through there and crosses the road. He was crossing the road. And seeing his brother in want. Seeing his brother in want means the brother who is passing, the black brother who is passing by, he sees and he observes that this brother, that means that ant, needs some help. He is in want of help. Okay? That ant requires help. So what do they do for helping? Came up and assisted him with his load. So the other one, the black brother, came near this ant and helped and assisted. That means it helped to carry the grain of wheat. Okay? That load was distributed on both of them. As you know that alone this ant is not going to carry. It is not able to carry the load of the weight of grain. Right? Grain of wheat. But the other black brother who came and assisted, they both distributed the weight that come on, I lift from front, you lift from back. And we both will carry this grain of wheat to your place. Okay? For he was a good-natured ant. Now this ant was a very good-natured ant. Okay? Good-natured means the one who is of helpful nature, the one who understands everybody's situation. Okay? So he just saw this ant struggling with the weight of the grain of wheat and came along. This ant did not ask for the help that, oh please you come and help me, to the black brother. Right? But black brother observed that my this brother needs help and he came along to help. So that black brother is of good nature. Let all who this story may happen to hear endeavor to profit by it. Now here the word is saying that the children like you all, the one who are hearing this poem, let them get benefit by hearing this poem. Now how will you get benefit by hearing this poem? Let us see what does the poet has to say about it. For often it happens that children appear as cross as the ant every bit. Now what happens? Just imagine if we are in a class and one of our friend needs help somewhere. But what do we say? You do your work. I am not going to help you. I have so much work to do. So I will do my own work. You do your own work. This is the way we behave in the class. And this behavior was faced initially by the ant who was going to carry the grain of the wheat. The other ant, the neighboring ant, whom this ant had asked the help for, that ant also behaved in such a rude manner that you do your work, I am not able to help you, please go from here. So that was rude. That was selfish. Okay? But the black brother came to the front and helped this ant. And by listening to this poem, how we are going to get the benefit? And the good-natured ant who assisted his brother may teach those who choose to be taught. Now here, this poem is for the children who want to learn something good, who wants to take some advice from this poem, that if we are able to help somebody, we should help. Okay? We should not wait for somebody coming and telling us that, can you please help me? If we see that some other person needs help and we can help, then we should go and help. Right? If you see your classmate has fallen down on the stairs, so that you cannot wait and see that if that person calls me that please come here and lift me up, then only you will go and help. You can go on your own. Right? Because you saw that person falling down, and so you can go and lift that person up. Okay? So this poem teaches us, and the poet also says that this poem is beneficial, right? It will benefit. It will be beneficial to the people, to the children who want to learn something good, that we should not wait for somebody to call for help. Got it? That if little insects are kind to each other, then children most certainly ought. Here the poet wants to say that if these little insects, right, how tiny the ants are, if these little insects can be helpful to each other, they can be kind to each other, then why can't we, being human beings, be kind to each other? Are we going to wait for somebody to come and tell us that please I require help and you help me? No. If we see that somebody is in want of the help, we can reach out to that person and we can extend a helping hand. That, come on, I'll help you. It is so simple to say that. Let me help you. Right? Here, the ant reached to its destination, to its goal with the grain of wheat. How? alone? No. The black brother, other kind and good-natured ant, came on its own and helped this ant to make it reach to its goal. The same way, the children or all the human beings can help each other and reach out to the goal wherever we want to, collectively. Got it? Clear with that? Okay. Now, along with this video lecture, you are going to get a worksheet. Okay? And in the worksheet, you will find first question as match the following, where you will have to match the correct meanings with the correct vocabulary words. Okay? As we do all the time. And in second question, it will be MCQs. That means one question and multiple choice answers. For one question, you will get 4 options. From that, you have to find the correct answer. You have to tick that and select the correct one. Okay? As you know, there are 2 ways of doing the worksheet. First one, you can take the printout of the worksheet and write the answers in the worksheet itself. Or, if you are not going to take the printout, you may copy this worksheet in your rough book. Okay? But mind will that if you are choosing the option of copying in the rough book, copy only answers. You may read the question from the PDF format and you may write direct answers in your rough book. Got it? No need to do both the things. Some people are doing both the things. Taking the printout also, writing in rough book also. No need of that. Only one option you can choose and you can write that. Either writing in the rough book, direct answers, or taking the printout and writing answers in the printout itself. Got it? And if you have any doubt regarding the explanation part of the poem, you may ask me during the live lecture. We will sort out your doubts in the live lecture. Okay? See you in the next lecture. Bye bye.